Hey sports fans, this is Straight from the Basement with Tommy OMMY. I'm a sports fan who always said, if I never played a sport professionally, then I want to talk about it. I'm born and raised in New York City. Played organized basketball for several well-known teams in the mid-'70s and the early '80s, such as the legendary Home Cold Rucker Tournament, Melbank, Stone Gym and Riverside Church, LaGuardia House, and my all-time favorite, Each One Teach One. Having sports in my life at an early age always kept me out of trouble. If I wasn't playing basketball, I was either playing football or baseball. Hey sports fans, this is Straight from the Basement with Tommy OMMY, where my opinions, views, and facts will cover the hottest, the latest, and the past sports events. Welcome. Once again, I want to continue to thank everyone who has liked and subscribed to my podcast. And if this is the first time you're viewing it, please do the same. As always, before I even get into today's topic, yes, I got two hot topics I must talk about. My first hot topic is Homecomb Rucker Park. You heard me. Homecomb Rucker Park. On January 4th, President Joe Biden signed a law designating Harlem Rucker Park as a national commemorative site for its role as a mecca for basketball players from all walks of life. Congratulations to the Rucker, Maris, and Bob McKellar families. Listen, Rucker Park, y'all, it's a landmark. Rucker Park is a landmark. We talking 70 years of hard work. Listen, 70 years of hard work. Oh, man. Harlem, New York, stand up, baby. Stand up. And every other park throughout this country, throughout this world that showcase talent and far as the community, building up the community, because that's what Homecomb Rucker was all about, building up the community. So listen, congratulations once again. I want to get into my second hottest topic. I'm talking about the Wild Card 2025. Wild Card 2025 is my second hottest topic. And I said it in my last show. I didn't see any blowouts going into the Wild Card weekend, and I was wrong. Yes, I was wrong. Listen, we started off with the Houston Texans, 32, Los Angeles Chargers, 12. Listen, I don't think nobody saw that. Justin Herbert, listen, 4 interceptions. That's my dude. Love Herbert when he first came into the NFL. He's accurate. He's a smart dude. I don't know where his brain was at, other than probably the wildfires back in LA since the game was in Arizona. Listen. Heavy minds, you know what I'm saying? And I truly believe that's what took place, because I'm looking at Herbert. Those 4 interceptions, he wasn't really rushed. So I don't know what he was thinking when he was throwing them. You know what I'm saying? And C.J. Stroud, my dude, 2-3 weeks ago, getting sacked like crazy. I didn't think the offensive line was going to hold up. That's why I had the Chargers winning this Houston game. But Houston offensive line, they started off just the way they normally start, having C.J. get sacked. CJ say, enough of this shit. I need to go put my sneakers on, jump on the bike, and let me just start rocking and rolling up this field. So my man was running. He did a lot of running and a lot of handing off. 25 carries by my man Joe Mixon Dixon. Yes, Houston pulls it out. They don't just pull it out, they blow it out. 32-12. Listen, my man Dixon, Mixon Dixon. Oh, man, Mixon Dixon. I love Mixon Dixon. That's my dude. Still pissed off at Cincinnati. I don't know why they let him go, but that's for another show. He had 106 yards rushing. I want to move on now to the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens 28, Pittsburgh Steelers 14. Steelers had no answer for both King Henry and PlayStation Jackson. They just didn't have no answer. If you listen to Mike Tomlin going into the halftime, and before he went into the tunnel, they asked him, what do you need to do better second half? He says, we got to figure out what to do with PlayStation. We don't know if he got the ball or don't have the ball. Oh, his disguise, Lamar Jackson with the handoffs and then take it back. Oh, man, he got that down to perfection. No joke. Listen, Russell Wilson, he tried to show a little vintage. You know what I'm saying? But the Ravens was just too much for them. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that was the last time we saw head coach Mike Tomlin coach the Pittsburgh Steelers. I truly believe he will not be a Steeler coach next year. It's been 17 years, and my man Mike Tomlin, 2 Super Bowls, so many playoff appearances. Yo, listen, my hat goes off to this dude, yo, Mike Tomlin. I love him as a head coach. I want to move on now to the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills 31, another blowout. Denver Broncos 7. Bills was just a bigger, stronger, better team. All around, period. It's really nothing to really talk about. You know what I'm saying? Broncos definitely have a future. And they quarterback, Bo Nix. I like Bo Nix. I like him a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be there for a minute. He's going to be that franchise dude. You know what I'm saying? Didn't know he could run so fast. Bo Nix, oh, my man. He got jets on the back of his legs. My God, homeboy got speed. But we want to move on to the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles 22, Green Bay Packers 10. Now, Philly, Packers was in this game. This was anybody's game, really. If you really look at the game and dissect it, yes, Jordan Love had 3 interceptions, but the defense kept them in the game. You know what I'm saying? The defense kept the Packers in the game. But it was, for me, it was the head coach, Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur, play calling wasn't smart. I don't want to say horrible. It wasn't smart because he was trying to go north and south with his running backs, trying to go up the hill through the gut. You can't go up the gut on the Eagles' defensive line. You're running into walls. So you had Josh Jacobs only averaging 2 and 3 yards. You know what I'm saying? A carry. You know what I'm saying? When he was going north and south. When you swept him east or west, he had better success. I thought that was going to be the new game plan. But all through the whole 4 quarters, Matt LaFleur kept trying to run the ball up the gut, wasting downs like crazy. But Jalen Hurts and sensational Saquon Barkley, listen, they looked real good. Real good. But the O-line for me, the Eagles O-line, that was the difference of the game. They just manhandled. You talking about manhandle Green Bay Packers to the point where the possession was lopsided. The Eagles had the ball so long. Every time they had the ball. That Jordan Love and them, when they came out, you know what I'm saying? They were thirsty, rushing. You know what I'm saying? Thirsty and rushing. And then with the 3 interceptions, you already know the game was over. You know what I'm saying? but they were in the game. This is what I'm trying to say. The Green Bay Packers was in the game. I believe if Matt LaFleur coached and called better, smart plays other than going up the gut, it might have been a different ball game. I'm just saying. But Philly was the favorite. You know what I'm saying? And I had Philly, and, Philly was just the favorite. So we want to move on to the Washington Commanders. Yeah, Washington Commanders 23, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 20. Listen, I hope you saw this game. For those who are listening to me, because this was a goodie from the beginning to the end. Oh, I enjoyed this game so much. I wanted it overtime. I swear to God, I wanted overtime. That's how it was just on fire. The game was just on fire. Both coaches their ass off. I mean, they coached their ass off. I've never seen Todd Bowles so animated on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? Because he got that look. You know what I'm saying? He got that, something wrong with him look. You know that look I'm talking about, right? He got that look that is something wrong with him, right? Can he talk? Can he speak? Because he got that same facial expression. But that wild card game, my man was talking up a storm on that sideline, arms flying, kicking his legs, what he didn't like, what he liked. I said, look at Todd Bowles. The playoffs is here. He woke up. Oh, my God. Both defense played very well. You know what I'm saying? I mean, both defense was spectacular. You had wide receiver superstar Mike Evans. He was great. Oh, Mike Evans still, after 11, 12 years in the league, he's still getting separation with ease. You know what I'm saying? Shaker Baker Mayfield. He played well until he fumbled at the wrong time, and that was a killer. Oh, was that the killer of the game? All-star rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels. Listen, this dude is just, man, he's just the difference. He's the difference. I mean, he's just clutch. He's just, oh, man, I just enjoy watching Jayden Daniels this whole season. I mean, every time Washington was on, because there was no need for me to watch my Giants because we were done out the gate. So I'm Commanders, what time they come on, I'm locked and loaded and watching Jayden Daniels do his thing. Oh, man. Sensational down the stretch. Talking about Jayden Daniels, y'all. Oh, man, this young man is something else. He was 24 for 35, 268 yards with 2 touchdowns. Wow. Star, all-star, rookie quarterback. And you don't say all-star rookie too much in sports. You know what I'm saying? This young man is going to be special. I'm talking special, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'll get into that later on. But we ended the wild card weekend with the Los Angeles Rams 27, Minnesota Vikings 9. Another blowout. Another blowout that no one saw happening. I mean, listen, man. Matthew Stafford and the Rams, oh, they played for their L.A. community. They played and they showed their ass off Monday night. Listen, I'm looking at the game because I'm a big Matthew Stafford fan from when he was playing with the Lions. My man was on his A game from out the gate until the game finished. Stafford was on his shit, y'all. No doubt. Listen, Rams, they never let up on sacking Sam Darnold. This dude got sacked 9 times. A career high. You don't want a career high in sacks. Got sacked 9 times. I mean, oh, man, it was crazy. Donald, he was so shook. If you watched him, the times that he did didn't have the pressure on him, he still couldn't find his receiver. He was just overthrowing or underthrowing or throwing it left or throwing it right because he was so shook from the plays before. His mind, anytime the defensive ends were coming around, he got shook because he didn't know how close they was, so he was throwing the hurry-ups, which he didn't need to certain times. Oh, man, he just looked like Sam Darnold from the New York Jets. My God. I mean, Vikings, they got a big decision they got to make this offseason. Do you come back with Sam Darnold, give him a year, give him 2 years as a starter and pay him that money? Or you bring him back and throw him back on the second as a second-string quarterback where he belongs? Well, I'm going to rephrase that, where he's supposed to be. If it wasn't for J.J. McCarthy getting hurt in the preseason, right, we wouldn't even seen Sam Darnold this season. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So they got a decision they got to make. Do they let Sam Darnold go, knowing that he can't handle pressure, or do you keep him as a second string and let him help out J.J. McCarthy? You know what I'm saying? You know, food for thoughts. I'm just throwing it out there. Vikings end the season, and they end the season horrible. From the ass whipping they took from the Detroit Lions week 18 to the Vikings Rams game and the wild card Monday night. They just ended the season horrible. And you know, I don't really talk about players too much on my show, but I didn't like the attitude of Justin Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? He acted like he didn't want to be a part of the team because they were getting rocked. You know what I'm saying? They were losing. They were getting their ass whipped. So it was like he was standoffish. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to be bothered with the quarterback. He didn't want to be bothered with nobody. You know what I'm saying? You know, that diva shit is real when it comes to those certain wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? And not just wide receivers, certain athletes. You know what I'm saying? Who, you know, they all-stars, superstars, and, you know, when it ain't going right for them, they don't know how to handle it. So that's all I'm saying. So I want to move on, y'all, to my topic for today. I'm talking about the Divisional 2025. The Divisional 2025. So the stage is set in the AFC-NFC Divisional Round. Listen, did you guys enjoy the wild card round? I'm going to be honest with y'all. I only enjoyed 2 games. And you know, I thought the wild card as a whole was going to satisfy me and make up for all the regular season games I did not enjoy. But we only had 2 games that was competitive in the wild card round. But trust me on this divisional round will make it up, and it will make it up for me for the regular season because I already know how these games are going down. They all are going down to the wire. I don't see a blowout. And I'll put my house on, I'll bet my house, put it like that. I'll bet my house that it won't be any blowout in these divisional rounds. I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Now, we got 4 games left combined in the AFC and the NFC conferences. You know what I'm saying? These games will be something else, y'all. I mean, I'm trying to tell you these games is going to be something else. Again, I don't see a blowout in either game, right? But I want to give you guys my picks on who I believe will be moving into the championship rounds. It's just my picks, my opinions only. I want to start off with the Houston Texans versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, that Texan defense, woo! They coming for you, Patrick. Oh, they coming for you, Patrick. My homie gonna be running something that he's used to doing. Because he didn't did it all. But he going to be doing a lot of running with this Houston defense. Oh, they coming for his ass. They coming for his ass. Then you got the Joe Mixon-Dixon. He must carry the ball at least 25 times for the Texans to have a chance. And CJ, please do not wait for your offensive line to try to get theyself together. If you get sacked once or twice, my man, you already know what to do. Start running and keep running. One thing for sure, you don't have to deal with big man Chris Jones. You know what I'm saying? Because he won't be there for the Kansas City Chiefs. So you ain't got to worry about big man Chris Jones, right? But you got to worry about the defensive coordinator, Spag. Spag is sending blitzes, and he going to keep blitzing CJ. And so you're going to be doing a lot of running, right? Listen, Chief starters, you got to think about it. They haven't played in 3 weeks. So you already know, even though they home, you know they coming out a little rusty. You know what I'm saying? Texans, with that in mind, you guys must jump on the Chiefs right away. Because soon as they start warming up and saying, okay, we back on football mode, it's going to be on and popping. This is all I'm trying to say. Chief defense is ranked 9th, right? And they wish they had Chris Jones. But you know homeboy's been out with that calf. You know what I'm saying? Joe Mixon-Dixon is the key. I truly believe for Houston to have a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because that defensive line for Kansas City, yes, it's good. It's very good. But without Chris Jones, you know what I'm saying? Joe Mixon-Dixon, he got a chance to break a couple. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. He got a chance to break a couple of big ones. This is what I'm saying, right? Now, we all know the Chiefs' goal is to get back into the Super Bowl. We know that. You know what I'm saying? To try to three-peat. To try to do that, to try to do something that no one else has done. Three-peat. You know what I'm saying? What we talking? Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. Listen. I don't see a blowout at all, and I almost can't call this game. That's how much respect I got for the Houston Texans. I almost can't call this game, but I got to call it. I'm picking the Kansas City Chiefs to win, and this is why. Because of the big three I just named, Andy Reid, head coach, quarterback Patrick Mahomes, tight end Travis Kelce down the stretch. You know those three is always on the same page, clutch time. They come through, and they come through all the time, especially at home. So I got to rock and roll with them. And no disrespect to the Houston Texans, I'm just saying, this game is going down to the wire, but I truly believe Kansas City Chiefs pull it out. So I want to move on to the second game in the Divisional Round. We're talking about the Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills. This right here is a Super Bowl for me, y'all. Both MVP talks. You know what I'm saying? You got the two-time MVP in PlayStation Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? He may get it. They're not sure. We going to find out soon. Oh, this is going to be something up there in Buffalo, New York. Oh, my God. And I'm hoping it ain't no snow because I want to see all the skills in display. I don't want no snow. It can be cold like it normally is up in Buffalo, but I'm praying for no snow, right? It's the two-headed monsters. I'm talking about PlayStation and Lamar Jackson and King Derrick Henry. We know they're going to be a handful. They're going to be a handful. Oh, they're going to be a handful for them Buffalo Bills defense. They're going to be a handful. Now, Josh Allen and that huge offensive line, they going to be a problem for that Ravens defense, they gonna manhandle them. Oh, you talking about beef and the offensive line? Yeah. Oh, we talking about beef. So it's gonna be issues on that Ravens side. That's all I'm saying. We already know Josh Allen gonna be using his legs. He's gonna use his legs a lot. He's gonna have to, because the defense is coming. And one thing about Josh Allen, when that pressure's coming constantly, he starts to get shook. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but he showed me a little glimpse of that. You know what I'm saying? In the wild card series when they was putting a little pressure on him. But we gonna see what those Ravens do. Lamar Jackson must trust his arm late fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? And hit his receivers on the money. You know what I'm saying? Because late fourth quarter, if you've been watching him these last few years, seems like he don't trust his arm late fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Now he's running a lot. No need to run a lot, dude. You got King Henry to do that. That's all I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? But the King Henry, he must have 20 to 25 carries. You know what I'm saying? Because that Buffalo defense going to be a mother. Listen, this game, listen. Let me tell you something right now. Now, Bills running back James Cook, wide receiver Khalil Shakir, and wide receiver Amari Cooper will be a serious problem. Serious problem for the Ravens. But on the other hand, you got Mark Andrews, wide receiver Nelson Aguilar. They're going to be huge. I mean, along with King Henry and Lamar. Oh, listen, man, listen. This is, you got both defenses that's going to show up. This is a Super Bowl within the divisional round. This is the way I'm looking at it, and I think a lot of other people going to be looking at it. You got two MVPs. Listen, it gets no better in the divisional round. I almost can't call this, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I really almost can't call this game, but I got to call it. And I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens to win. And for one reason and one reason only. I still don't trust Josh Allen when he is constantly pressured to make the right pass. I still don't trust him. So as long as the Ravens put that heat on him and put that heat on him early and keep the heat on, he's going to make some mistakes with his throwing. And I see a few interceptions at key moments of the game. And that is the only reason why I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens, because Buffalo Bills, oh yeah, and they showed it again in the wild card. Yo, they ready, really ready for anybody. No disrespect to the Buffalo Bills. I'm just saying I'm going with the Ravens for that reason and that reason only. I want to move on to the Washington Commanders versus the Detroit Lions. Commanders and the Lions. Listen, you already know. Both defensive coordinators, they're going to be blitzing. And they're going to be blitzing all day long, which means both quarterbacks, Jared Goff and Jake McDaniels, they're going to be running. They're going to be running for their life. I'm saying, oh, it's going to be a blitz day with this, between these two. Listen, Commanders and the Lions, especially them damn Detroit Lions, that coordinator, oh, my man, he loved the blitz every chance he can get. You know what I'm saying? Now, Lions running back, Jahmyr Gibbs, he must carry 20 to 25 times for them to have a chance. Listen, I know Detroit is the favorite. I know they were 30 minutes out last year from going into the Super Bowl. We know that. You know what I'm saying? But you got to look at Detroit Lions defense. They got 9 key defensive players out. Their number one defensive sack leader, he's been out since week 6. Talking about Aiden Hutchinson. Listen, but they've been doing it with that next man up mentality. So kudos to the Detroit Lions. And you saw what they did to the Minnesota Vikings week 18. Destroyed them. Right? So, the Commanders, they got running back Austin Eckler, tight end Zach Ertz. Both going to be playing key roles. Listen, man, this here, you know what I'm saying, between Amon St. Brown, the wide receiver for the Lions, you know he's clutch man in the third and the fourth downs because you know the gambler, Detroit Lions coach, it's not been a fourth down that he passed up. He's going for it in fourth down. As long as it makes sense in his head, he's going for it. And normally they get it because they got Amon St. Brown to do what he do, clutch, pull him out of it. You know what I'm saying? Quarterbacks, Jarrett and Daniels, you know what I'm saying? They're going to play very well. I see both quarterbacks playing very well, right? Even if they got the pressure coming at them, I see them playing very well. You know what I'm saying? You may get an interception here or there, you know what I'm saying? But the defense is going to be on them, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a nail-biter for both fans, Lions and Commanders fans. But I got to pick it. And I'm picking the Detroit Lions to win. And the reason why I'm picking the Detroit Lions to win is because they was 30 minutes away from going to the Super Bowl last year. And I never played professional sports, but I know one thing. When you get that close to the pot, and you've been dreaming about this since you've been a kid, and you get that close, 30 minutes away, you got a hunger the next season that just won't quit. And we saw what the Detroit Lions did all year long. Only lost 2 games. Listen, Detroit Lions, Washington Commanders, not on the same level. It's no disrespect to the Washington Commanders, but they not on the same level mentally with the Detroit Lions. Because anytime you get 9 key defensive players out for a period of time, and one of those 9 players is your sack leader, and you still doing the damn thing, and you get through week 18 with only 2 losses, come on, man, what we saying here? What we saying here? Listen, what are we saying here? 15-2. 15-2 is what they finished the season with. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Divisional round. It's going to be on and popping, and that's the reason why I'm going with the Lions. You know what I'm saying? Because of that next man mentality is strong for the Lions. Yeah, I'm talking about very strong. So, I want to talk about the Los Angeles Rams versus the Philadelphia Eagles, y'all. Listen, everybody got the Eagles to win this easily, and it's not going to happen like that, right? Because the Rams, they really showed me something against the Vikings. Rams is not a blitzing team, right? But I think they know they playing against Jalen Hurts. He loves to run, right? But he also loves to stay in that pocket if he can, because he got the best O-line in the league. So he can have 5-6 seconds back there, sometimes 7 seconds. So they know that you can't allow him to sit back there. He'll pick you apart. Pick you apart. Who are we talking about? We talking about A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, tight end guarded. Listen. You got to make Hurts very uncomfortable. That's all I'm trying to say. Matthew, you already know he's going to be on his A game. Matthew Stafford, he's going to be on his A game, right? Rams defense going to be playing. They're going to be playing along with that defense for the Eagles. Listen. This is going to be the bomb. This is going to be the bomb because you got two coaches that's going to be dialing up. You know, you got Sean McVay. He's the offensive dude, right? Head coach for the Eagles, right? My man, listen. Both coaches going to be coaching their asses off. This is what I'm just trying to say. It's going to be on, y'all. I mean, this Eagle and this Ram game is not going to be easy like people think. The Eagles is going to run right through them. Yes, the Eagles got an offensive line. Yes, the possession is going to, as long as the Rams defense can play the way they played in the wild card, right, they got a chance. But they can't let Philly just keep diming them. And then the possession is just night and day. You know what I'm saying? That defense got to get that offense off that field to have Matthew Stafford have a chance. This is what I'm trying to say is because that defense for the Rams, they're going to show up. They're going to show up. That I know they're going to show up. Now, the Eagles struggle against the Green Bay Packers. You know what I'm saying? And I said that earlier in the show. You know what I'm saying? And the Rams need to take a look at that and why they struggle. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure Sean McVay and his coaching staff, they listen. They looking at that game as I speak, looking for Philly weaknesses. I'm just saying, I got Philly to win, right? No need for me to even like get into why, but I got Philly to win this game. The Eagles starters, listen, they're all healthy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they not bruised up a little bit, a little banged up, but they're all playing. Both defense and offense. Nobody's out. How you beating that? Rams, how's the Rams beating that? With the best offensive line, right? You got weapons like Jalen Hurts, sensational Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. It's just too much. How's the Rams stopping that? How are they stopping that in Philly? You know what I'm saying? How are they stopping that? I don't think they're getting blown out, but I don't see them winning. You know what I'm saying? The Eagle defense, they're going to be there. All right? So, yes, I'm picking the Eagles to win this game. It's just too much. It's just too much. So now, you guys heard my picks, right? As you can see, as I was doing all this talking, my mind, I'm struggling with, do I really want to pick this one to win? Do I really want to pick that one to win? You know what I'm saying? But I had to really, really dissect both teams. Both teams in each conference. And that's why I'm coming up with the teams I'm coming up with who I believe is going to win. And so, I just gave you guys my picks. I truly believe those picks is going to move on. I need to know from y'all who you believe is moving on to the championship round and why. I really need to know from you and you who you believe is moving on to the championship round. Please put your comments, your responses in my comment section. Please, so I can read several on my next show. Soon as this show drops, get in there and put your teams who you believe is moving on. If you want to explain why, explain why. If you feel you don't want to explain why, just give me the names of the teams so I can read several on my next show. Listen, we're talking about the divisional rounds, y'all. This is going to be on fire. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Hit them hard. Hit them nasty. Hit them hard and hit them nasty. It's what we going to be singing this divisional round, y'all. We gonna see cats get laid out, but we don't want nobody jumping in no ambulance and gotta go to the hospital. We don't want that. We never want that. But we want hard hitting. This is what we want because we love it. We got several in the wild card round. I didn't think certain cats was getting up, but we want that hit them hard, hit them nasty. But we want them to get up. Maybe can't play no more for that game, but we don't want them to go to we don't want no ambulance and go in the hospital. That we don't want. We don't want that. I'm not advocating for that, but I do love to see when the cat get cracked. You know what I'm saying? And he got to lay down for a little bit, but he gets up. They put him in the tent. Then you see him back out there. And I'm like, all right, my man, you all right now. That's all I'm saying. Not advocating hospital. That's what I'm trying to say. Listen, I'm going to enjoy. I know I'm going to enjoy the divisional round. That is without a doubt. And I'm hoping you guys do the same thing, right? So I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me in my basement. To my viewers and listeners, please continue to check me out on my YouTube and subscribe. Check me out on my streaming platforms, Apple and Spotify. Yes, I'm live every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. TikTok Live, giving you guys these hot, smoking, entertaining, hot topics. Hopefully, the government doesn't shut down TikTok. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully they don't shut it down. But for right now, check me out, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Yes, to my viewers and my listeners, I thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Please remember to check out the Even Flow Coffee Company, created to combine the interests of coffee lovers, fashion, and music. For more information or to make a purchase, visit evenflowcoffee.com. As I always say, sports is what keeps this world from going insane, either in a pandemic or no pandemic. Until next time, take care.